to be on his own. I really had to do what was best for Gandalf and not really what is best for me. Once I made the sad decision to rehome Gandalf, I asked Claire for help, if she knows a good home for him, and fairly quickly Claire came back to me with a lady called Liz, who only recently lost her own Maine Coon. It was very tough for me to say goodbye to Gandalf, but I took comfort in the fact that he was much happier there with Liz. She has a beautiful garden, so it really worked out very well.
You're another cat, aren't you? Another cat. I like to think of myself as a guardian rather than an owner. I don't own Gandhi, if you know what I mean. I mind him and care for him. I had Maisie for 12 years, and sadly Maisie left me not that long ago. I resolved, because of my age, that I couldn't get another cat until I got a phone call from Claire in the cat hospital, and she said, would I consider rehoming a Maine Coon? And my immediate reaction again was no, because of the age thing. I'm 83, Gandalf is 5. Gandalf, please God, will live, he could live until he was 19. So this lady, Claudia, phoned me and we chatted. She and Claire reassured me that if I died before Gandalf, which the odds were I would, they'd make sure Gandalf went to another happy place. So I said yes, and best thing I ever did. Gandalf came in and we got to know one another. I don't know how I'd have got through lockdown. Living in a cottage I love, but very isolated. And though some people were extraordinarily kind to me, we'll always remember that, it was terribly lonely. But when Gandalf came into my house, he was a living, breathing animal. I just idolized him. He is so independent. In his own Gandalfy way, I know he's happy, and I know that he has affection for me. He's a very long cat, and a very thin cat. Like, you can see his spine. And Claudia said, like, that's just his build, really, you know. I think I'll bring him up to Claire in the cat hospital, just to have a look at him. Even though Gandalf, how am I going to put up with the howling in the car? The language you use. You didn't learn it in this house.
Look.
With Gandalf rehomed, Claudia's attention has turned back to Franklin, who she has been trying to breed, unsuccessfully. Franklin's previous love match, Ruby,